The creative thoughts that the WWE has been able to make have been blowing us away. With the recent heel turn of Seth freaking Rollins and the new clique of Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, we're left wondering what directions the WWE really has. Now, it came off of WrestleMania. We're going straight into Backlash. We're only a few days away, and we're gonna have to dive deep into the world title scene, into those WWE championships, and exactly what's gonna happen. The storylines that are being told right now in the WWE. Welcome to Ringside Riffs. My name's Andres, and we're just gonna jump right into the first thing. Seth freaking Rollins, Braun Breaker, and of course Paul Heyman. They're all together. They try to make Sami Zayn join them, but it wasn't gonna work out. No, in fact, Sami Zayn tried to turn them down, and now it seems like he's on the side of the good guys. He was able to stop the match, help out Yeet, and was determined to be on the side of the good. But it all deteriorated when we have the facts. Yes, Jey Uso was about to lose. No matter how many times he tried to hit that 3-hit combo, the super kick, the spear, the yeet jump, yes, he ended up not winning. He ended up not getting that 1, 2, 3. It was shown, the WWE shows that Seth freaking Rollins is really, really good. He's not going to take a pin. He wasn't going to get lost. And of course, Seth freaking Rollins tried to pin the champion Yi, but it didn't work out. And this is why storytelling is so important. These two characters are now shown as very strong, very determinable, and if anything, we're not going to see any type of pin, any type of submission from them just yet. Wait, we're not going to even see them at Backlash. That's right, the WWE did pivot from Logan Paul to Seth freaking Rollins because nobody wants Logan Paul. It was all just pretty much a troll. Did they pivot? Was it really in the plans, or is it just one of those things that Logan Paul likes to do behind the scenes where he knows he can create heat? Now, talking about heat, we had other things come up in that Paul Heyman was getting some heat. Yes, he did his usual entrance. He got some booze in there. He tried to speak. He got more booze in there, and he addressed the crowd. Now, it's not usual for Paul Heyman, a Hall of Famer, to be getting booed, especially so late into their career, but it does make sense. He betrayed the tribal chief, and that's where he dropped the bomb. It was a glorious speech about how he actually intended for all this to happen. He had his best friend ask him for a favor that was just too hard to cash in, and he had the tribal chief, which pretty much never came back for him, came back for the Ula Fala, and those are perfect points. That is Paul Heyman at his masterpiece. He was able to connect pretty much everything we've seen from the beginning, from the creation of the Bloodline 5 years ago, from what he's done with CM Punk and his promises, from what he's done with the Bloodline, from what happened in War Games, and pretty much everything in between. It was perfection of storyline telling, and that's what Hall of Famers do, of course. Now, going into details about other types of stories that were told in the ring at that moment, of course, we had CM Punk coming out and helping out Yeet and helping out, of course, Sami Zayn. We know that there used to be tension between Sami Zayn and CM Punk. There used to be some feelings there. There were a lot of things said at the moment where CM Punk pretty much isn't impressed about Sami Zayn's resume. He doesn't think that Sami Zayn is one of the best, and if Sami Zayn wants to consider himself one of the best, of course he needs a world title, but he also needs to start putting in the work. He's always pretty much that underdog mentality, that underdog person. He's not the type of guy to just be always in the main event scene. He's pretty much always in that middle card realm. So he's pretty much getting elevated at this point because for now we have like a 3-on-3 type of thing, even though Paul Heyman is a real guy, and there's been a lot of rumors saying that this is the new evolution, that there is going to be a third person, that once Seth freaking Rollins gets closer to that world title, there is going to be a world person, and that's where we get into this. Okay, we might not see this title at Backlash because we already saw it at Raw, and we don't really know if they're going to make it for Logan Paul. Of course, he is not going to lose. If they did already settle the score, then we gotta see Logan Paul against Yeet. Yeet continues to win. He's going to continue to be in the sights of Seth freaking Rollins. They're going to say this isn't fair. Whatever happened right now, it was a disqualification disqualification because of CM Punk. I had you so close to the win. CM Punk can continue his rivalry, of course, with Seth freaking Rollins and Paul Heyman in that sense. Braun Breaker can either betray Seth Rollins, because that's what I was thinking yesterday. Yeet has been destroyed by Braun Breaker. Jey Uso hasn't really been this type of top guy, and that's what Paul Heyman mentioned in his speech. He's not really the type of guy who's been pretty much dominant. He's lost against Gunther. He lost against Braun Breaker. He's lost those Intercontinental Championship matches. He's lost big time in main events, and we're left wondering what will happen with that title scene. Talking about title scenes, we already have it set on the other side, of course. Randy Orton, John Cena, childhood favorites, childhood heroes, now facing off on opposite sides. We thought we'd never see a heel turn, and we did, and we're left wondering what exactly is going to happen in Missouri. Will Randy Orton pick up a win? Will he be the one to defeat John Cena? It wouldn't make so sense so early in the storyline. Of course, we haven't even seen Cody Rhodes. We haven't even seen what's happening with him right after WrestleMania. Is he injured? Is he just distraught? Is he feeling some type of way? But we'll have to see. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. On the women's side for now, it seems like maybe Tiffany Stratton really won't be defending that title. Of course, Charlotte Flair seems to be lost. She hasn't even shown up. Is she out of the game right now? There's a lot of talk going on into what's going to happen in that title defense and what's going to happen in that title run. For now in Backlash, I'm not really seeing a lot of female contenders. I mean, Liv Morgan and Raquel seem to have gone. Io Sky is pretty much having this little feud with the NXT people. I don't really see much going on there in sense of her title defense versus Rhea Ripley or Bianca Belair. I mean, everything just seems to have disappeared. Now it seems like no title for the women's is going to be defended. Only Lyra Valkyria against Becky Lynch, just because they had that tag team titles quick turn of Becky Lynch on Lyra for her to be heel, and now she's getting a title shot. I mean, it really doesn't make sense in the sense of what's going on with the women's division. I just feel like Becky Hogan maybe stepped in and everybody had to change plans. It's kind of feeling a little crazy right now because the tag teams have been off to Hollywood. The other side of the coin of Io Sky has gone off and just started a feud to bring up women from NXT, which makes sense, but it puts that title pretty much on hold. And we have, of course, Tiffany Stratton, who just faced off against pretty much a Hall of Famer, destroyed her. Nobody's mentioning anything about that, and now she's not really having any type of backlash, any type of title defense there. So it's really confusing into what's happening into the women's division, into what's happening all around with all those titles. And the only thing set right now is that Selena and Chelsea, they're going on a back and forth feud. I really hope that Chelsea gets her title back, but if anything, Selena does deserve it. She's been in the company for years. It's not about just the stories that they created. Of course, they already elevated Chelsea, so if anything, I'm happy that they're going to elevate Selena, and we'll have to see what happens with this women's division. It's all over, it's all clustered and crazy. Leave a comment down below about what your opinions for Backlash and WWE are so